Morning, my fellow zombies. Yeah, well, there goes the sleep deprivation, and there goes everything else in my body. We reach on zeros when California is about 2:04 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. It is September 16th, 2023. Yeah, I already did do the introduction first, didn't I? I screwed that one up, didn't I? Anyway, we're talking about the truth about lying from Judith Viersk. A homework assignment I'm doing for English 103, critical thinking and literature. And how the hell am I supposed to be able to deal with this? I rewrote the piece for my own little essay just to help me do a graphic essay on this one. The graphic essay that we're doing is something of a either Google slide or PowerPoint presentation. We have to make it colorful. We have to make it pretty. We have to make it creative. Crime, he gave me this damn thing in the first place because nobody else would take anything else. I was too damn slow in the draw. Did I really want to do this damn thing? And I get stuck with the art of with the truth of lying. I might as well be the art of lying. I was never good at it, but I get caught in the damn thing in the first place. I was trying to say something about that in the earlier video, but I think the sound quality just dropped off, so I may be repeating myself at this point. Shit happens. Okay, and yeah, language is a lot looser this morning. Well, because I couldn't even deal with what I'm dealing with right now as it is. I mean, I have to deal with honesty. I have to deal with honesty with people out here. But on some occasions, on a lot of occasions, I'm not telling you exact truth. There are certain things that we keep to ourselves, private and hidden, even physically hidden, to protect ourselves and protect our way of life right now in order to stay here. They know about the roaches. They've been dealing with the roaches for almost a year with the spraying, and constant trap box. I still got to do my part theoretically to clean this place up. I have to. That's about being honest. Now, if it's concerning about lying about stuff like that, I mean, talk to me about it about 20 years ago. Maybe it'll be a different story altogether. Because 20 years ago, my brother was struggling with his own situation to try to be honest. Okay. My brother, well, sorry, I'm just trying to maneuver the camera here. Sorry. He had problems with honesty growing up in his life. There's a lot of things you'd keep from your parents or parent about things that you'd rather not tell her because you know it'd get your ass in hot water. There's a lot of things that were told that caused a lot of pain or actually was causing a lot of pain and too damn embarrassed to say anything about it because it hurt. In 12-step recovery, it all depends upon how honest can you be between you and your higher power. Not exactly being honest with everybody else, but it's better if you are honest with them. But there's only certain levels of honesty that you can actually be and also try to hide things left and right. Can you honestly tell me that you're going to be 100% honest with yourself and everybody else? I can't even do that with myself, and yet I have to keep working on that because I know I'm not. We learn to lie as a young kid. We learn to lie as a baby. It's right in front of us that the toy is right here, or we think it's a toy, and yet it's something else that someone else might need, and we're going to lie about it. We want it. It's shiny. It's something that's got our attention, and we want it, and we're going to deal with it. But no, you got to lie to your parents or your brother or siblings or something like that. It's mine. It's not yours. That's mine. You stole it out of my drawer. No, it's mine. I found it. But it's mine. You got it out of my property. How dare you? It's mine. I stole it fair and square. It's mine now. You stole it? I didn't say a word on that, did I? You liar. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. You're lying. How many times have we played this game before? How many times we've seen people play the game before and we started imitating it like crazy? And how bad does the lying get until we get comfortable with the damn shit in the first place? Yeah, there goes the language, but you know what? On that one. So here we are dealing with our own value system. What she was trying to do, Miss Judith Fjorst, in writing this essay and she wanted to do this for a while according to her little blurb in there. The truth about lying. Now, great. Now, my brain just lied to me at this point over here. Just lost track of the damn thing in the first place. But she's willing to tell us how people go through this. Bugs. I can't tell you right now how bugs piss the hell out of me off. That's the God's honest truth right now. They're pissing me off. I got roaches dropping on me left and right from the ceiling sometimes. But how am I supposed to be able to deal with cash register honesty with myself or anybody else for that matter? We know that or we assume, or we hope to believe that there are a force, an entity, something out there that's still keeping us on our moral track. Doesn't exactly like us to tell the truth. I mean, somewhere in our religious upbringing, in the religious text that we were raised to read, there's a section in there called the Ten Commandments. Well, people have different versions of the thing anyway. In there it says, don't, bear false witness against your neighbor. Basically, don't bullshit them. But we bullshit because we want to protect ourselves from any fallback. Anything happening at this point over here. We want to protect ourselves from something that's going to be catastrophic, or we think it's going to be catastrophic, or it may turn out to be catastrophic in any which way, shape, or term. But we have to protect ourselves from the damn thing, don't we? I mean, we're dealing with our own morals and values that we're raised up. Some of us are raised up with values saying that lying is good, lying is pure, lying is not bad. It's okay to lie. You want to talk about lying at this point over here. You want to talk about commercials getting on our skin. Try this one back in the 80s when you had this car company called Isuzu making these cars. I think they're still around. And there's a comedian doing the impression of a guy named Joe Isuzu. They got these vintage commercials on YouTube on this one. I mean, I'd love to put this one in here in my essay. I mean, really make it creative. I said, you want to see about lying at this point over here. He's got this character in a desert. It looks like it's out by Edwards Air Force Base. Flatbed. Flat area. So, they're doing this car commercial. He's got a gun. He's going to shoot this bullet. And this bullet is supposed to be landing over here at a target somewhere. In between, he gets into his car. One of the Isuzus out there. And he's trying to show what kind of a hip, slip, and groovy guy he is. He's fabulous. He can't lie about things. So he gets into his car and he's racing around. And he's still looking at the camera, smiling his face off. Until he gets over to the end and he gets out of the car. And Suzu! And one-liner. He has this wooden panel. And then you see this. You hear it. And he's got this bullet in his teeth. The same bullet came out of the gun that he fired at himself. Well, you know what the story is. He's got this bullet in his mouth that he's trying to talk about it. I'm like, An adult mind, I think that's fake. But when I saw that as a kid, I'm like, huh? Blown away by the power of advertising at this point. Advertisers like to lie to us a whole lot. The reason why we've been doing the essay concerning about the weasel words and putting it into a graphic format that the teacher can understand and figure out. I did cruising. What the hell? I didn't realize to the teacher I was doing something about a product review. The ups and downs of cruising. What the hell? That's part of it. But she wanted me to look for the weasel words, and I didn't do that, and I screwed up the project a great deal on that. And I had to redo the project all over again. Well, I had most of it done anyway. All I had to do is redraft the damn thing. So what this still has to do with truth about lying? Well, weasel words are a way to sucker us in, or hook, line, and suckered. That way it's lying to us, isn't it? And then concerning about the essay regarding the truth about lying, I mean, I got different viewpoints of seeing it. The teacher wants one particular viewpoint. She wants to see creative, but she really doesn't want to see another viewpoint that doesn't jive with her. She wants to be open-minded about it. You talk about lying to the students at this point. Thanks a lot, teacher. Shit. In order for us to understand what the hell we're dealing with, we got to have some kind of background. We got to have some kind of basis. We got to have something to go with. We have something to work with. I mean, I just can't put out an essay just redrafted the same way and show it to the students. I'm like, no, I got to do this my way. I got to tell it to them my way. You want me to be creative? Then let me be honest with the damn shit, not follow someone else's crap. If I'm going to be honest with myself, if I'm going to be honest with everybody else, then I got to tell them what lying's all about. Protecting your ass. There's a hell of a lot of fear, a hell of a lot of stigma, and uncertainty about consequences that we know and also dread, because it will produce an effect that will devastate. And yet, even sometimes, if we have to do the truth, that also has the same consequences. So there's a flip on the coin on this damn thing. Damned if you do and damned if you don't. And that's how it is. Guys tell lies left and right that they don't even know what honesty is all about. And we got politicians who do that all the damn time. We catch them on it, and they still bullshit their way out. Our own personal history. Was anybody in our own recorded memories, not coming out of books, but what we remember, was there anybody that we remember that had maintained total honesty? Think about it. Nobody in my lifetime did that. We all had truths hidden. And the pain that it caused on everybody else that reverberates. Which is also why I'm still black sheep. Yeah. Because of certain actions taken and apologies made and still not done, and apologies may not be completely honest or perceived as such, that we're dealing with that all the time, and I'm dealing with that all the time right now. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm saying, am I honest to myself? But no, mostly I'll be lying to myself if I'm going to be asking that question, because I don't do that to myself. I don't. But I have to be that way on a camera, and I also have to be that way, especially when I'm talking with God, because I already know He already knows the truth better than I do. I know, there's a whisper out there. Man's to be heard. What if God was lying? That's the Pandora's box right there now, isn't it? What happens if we had people lying to ourselves that we completely trusted a great deal, and it becomes a backstabbing situation? Shakespeare's Macbeth. No, not Macbeth, but Caesar. Caesar. That tells you something about betrayal. Or if you do want to get biblical at this point over here and use the holy texts, Judas and Jesus. See, we don't need Joe Isuzu out there for the art of lying to tell us what the hell's going on. We need a Joe Isuzu so we can laugh at the asshole because we know how stupid and funny it is. Because we already knew how honest the damn thing is. You take a gun, you shoot it, and from a long ass distance, the bullet may or may not get you, depending on what kind of power and caliber you got in the first place. If you just got a long ass handle on actually a long ass barrel on a handgun, it's still going to go so far before the bullet's going to go. Because the energy expended on that bullet is losing in proportion every time it's left the barrel and the force of it. It's still on a trajectory. If you got it just still, it's science, it's mathematics, it's angles. Put it up, maybe you get a better angle at it. But just straight ahead. And how far of a distance does the car have to travel from point A and point B before you know that bullet's going to hit right through the damn piece of wood with a target painted on it and it's going to be stuck in his teeth? You talk about lying to the public. You talk about lying to yourself. You talk about lie, period. And this is the thing I got to convey on Monday. It is. Sunday night's going to be the night I got to turn in all the work I got. Because Monday's going to be fun. But in a way, reading about this stuff is either cathartic right now, or else it's irritating the living crap out of me. And if there is, then I know I am unsettled with it, and therefore it's not exactly issues with it. Or do I have issues with it? I have issues with it because now I got to be honest with the damn thing in order to feel good about myself. And we tell the truth, and we try to be honest because we're trying to feel good about ourselves, but also we feel the truth that is necessary out there. And sometimes the truth is covered up for a long while. I know we're not be festering pain left and right in this blister, but sometimes there are certain things that still have to be kept hidden until it's time to be revealed. I've heard this stuff so many damn times in my lifetime, but sometimes you take secrets to your grave. There are certain things that you can converse with others, how you're thinking and how you're feeling concerning about topics that are affecting people or things around you. And there's a lot of things that you'd rather take to the afterlife because in the afterlife you know you're going to be open and honest about that one. There's no way of hiding the truth. Unless, of course, you're going to go to hell, and then that's all you got is lies and illusions and everything else, and pain and grief and everything else going on. But in the positive afterlife that you have, you still have to be open and honest, because that's all it is. It's open and honesty. Your life has already been an open book to those in the other plane or watching down in the physical plane. It's the physical plane that can't even deal with its own self, its own rules and regulations, its own moral code of ethics, because we're afraid of the pain, we're afraid of the fear, we're afraid of the consequences. That's basically how it is. We don't like the consequences because it may or it will hurt others and yourself in the process where you can't repair it. Or lost opportunities to repair it and then you have to regret it for the rest of your life. Personal experience I talk about on that one. And you're black sheep for the rest of your life. I've done videos about this one here too. So this is basically opening up a can of worms. Well, This is reopening the old damn crypt. Seeing the skeletons rattle around. Screw the damn closet. Open up the grave. And you see something crawling right out of it. A mutated form of the truth? A zombie of it? No, I'm not trying to get into the Halloween spirit of October. We're not even there yet. I'm talking about trying to be brutally honest with yourself and with others, and sometimes it's hard to still to do that, because even if you happen to do that with others and keep making apologies for what the hell happened, there's no way the hell you're going to change the past. You still have to deal with the consequences of what happened. I'm not looking forward to building a bright and shiny future like everybody else would have to be brainwashed into thinking. Lie to themselves on that one. It's the day-by-day struggle. It's the day-by-day reclamation. Whether or not you're going to be doing it or not, that's up to you. Whether you can do it or not, that's up to you. Me, I'm still... Sometimes there is no reclamation out of the damn thing. The damage is too damn far gone. And being blasted out of the whole damn family is one thing. Yeah. Family secrets or family hurts, regrets. Families are destroyed. Friendships gone. And all you deal with is the devastation. You in the nuclear firestorm. And all you're left with is the poison left in your soul. You long for death, but you turn into a zombie. Welcome to your own zombie apocalypse. Screw that damn virus that mutates your brain. You're dealing with radiation of your own damn stupidity, or something happened that you had to keep the truth lid and then blew out, and then everything else went hell in a handbasket. Is there any other little flowers that may have gotten protected from the blast wave? Maybe a ray of sunshine, maybe some hope. So the cloud of the radioactivity that's already been caused by all the pain, grieving, and all the stupidity that was done by protecting and lying to oneself and others. Yeah. Try to live in honesty. And that's the hardest part, because you have to still dig up the graves. You gotta still dig up the zombies. You gotta fill up the damn graves. One lie at a time. And you gotta deal with the zombie apocalypse. You say better to keep the damn zombies alive in there. Yeah, but for how long? How long? They want to get out. They deserve to be trapped in there. They deserve to be freed. What's the cost of lying? You can put it in your own kind of metaphors if you want. I have destroyed or been part of the destruction of family ties and friend ties. Some families just won't have me ever again. That may or may not be a lie told to myself, but till it gets clarified, rectified, and fixed, until there can actually be some kind of healing to be done, I'm stuck with that one. So yeah, this essay that I've been doing is too damn personal to me. I may get discredited for this damn thing, but it's hard enough for talking about things because I keep the lie to myself. And the harder part is to talk to other people, to strangers that I don't even know, classmates. Far easier for me to do the video and suffer the wrath of everybody else but my own classmates, my own teacher. I'm also demonstrating part of that to my instructor. Certain topics out there, there are landmines, that are nuclear devastation. And this particular essay over here is exploiting and digging up the old damn zombies. The feelings, the thoughts, the hurts, the pains of a damn thing. She thinks it's a literal exercise, but sometimes what could be literal for one, it becomes a reality check. You don't even know if it's going to be popping people's cork or not. I probably will send this video over to her to let her know what's going on. A simple assignment. What could be wrong with it? You just stick to the script. You don't understand. You can't stick to the script like this. She's been teaching in academia for a long while. She's got life experiences of her own. Mine, on the other hand, certain things are open season and they hurt like a son of a bitch. Am I supposed to be doing a father confessor to everybody else in the classroom at this point? This is the extent of the exercise? We're supposed to be talking about the truth about lying. And how she was trying to get to understand what honesty is compared to bullcrap. We can lie to people, we can be social about it, we can be gut-wrenching honesty about it. We can cover ourselves up with a hell of a lot of tarp and think we're still human. I've been doing soul-searching videos for about a few years now on my channel. Trying to get more honest with myself and my own feelings because of the things I've gone through. Besides the mourning and grieving, it's also the dead weight that I still have. Am I supposed to be doing a confession to these students because of this thing? I got to be brutally honest to the instructor at this point over here. This is one of the harder things to deal with. Not the graphic essay itself, not the format we have to put it into, no. This is a Pandora's box on me. And some things I can do on camera on my own YouTube channel and talk about. But you're talking about embarrassed and humiliated. Because this is what I would present to the class. My own version of it. My own damn version of the damn thing. I mean, I've read her stuff. My stuff will get nailed like crazy on this damn thing. Because I put too much of my own interpretation into it. This is not saying I'm going to get rid of the damn class. No. I need this class. I need it for redemption. See, when I got into college over 7 years ago, my brother had been still trying to deal with his own health issues, but he was still struggling along. And I got back into community college after almost 32, 33 years of kicking myself in the ass. I screwed up 2 years right after high school. Didn't know my ass for hot rock. I mean, I passed a few classes here and there, but the rest of it, the GPA was so damn low that they gave me the letter of separation, academic separation, for about a year, which put me on a little bit of a long-term agreement of working my ass off for full time or being homeless. I saw everybody else trying to get ahead in life, and I was falling behind, taking a few trade schools here and there just to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. That's one. a few skills here and there, and still I get burned out, fired, or just having a tire drop on your face and damn near get killed. So yeah, it puts a lot of perspective on what the things I wanted to do and needed to do, and then seeing people I loved and cared about pass away. Changes perspective and life's goals automatically right there. Well, it's supposed to be something like I wanted to publish for a living. Now I'm not quite sure if I do or not. I got work out there, but I'm not quite sure if I'm in it or what. And the promise I made to my mother and my brother before they passed, well, actually, after Mom passed, but before my brother passed, I made the argument with him and promised with him that I'd complete school. I'd complete college. I don't care if it's the lowest rung in a damn thing. I'd do it because it's for them, but also for me now. Getting back to the first class, it was critical thinking and literature. We had arguments with the professor on a few things in there, to the point where I didn't get full credit and I got a D out of the damn thing. I knew I was right. I knew I was right. I needed to get the grade corrected. For me to do that is to take the class again with a different instructor and hope that I can redeem myself one way or another. The main reason why I'm in the class in the first place. So let's be honest about that one. Let's talk about honesty on this one, shall we? This thing kicks me in the ass because it keeps reminding me of my own damn past. Sticking to the script doesn't exactly help. It's Pandora's box for me. A lot of people maybe talk about the truth, but they don't want to talk about it to other people because fear. Embarrassment. It's not exactly the most comfortable thing to talk about in front of people when you're talking about lying to them all the damn time. Especially in sometimes in a life that persons describe themselves to others. You think you're cash register honesty. Not really. You can tell people you've got a certain amount of money in your register, but you know you have a different sort. And this one is hard as hell to deal with. Yeah, I take it personal because it is personal. There are certain stories out there, there are certain essays out there that will open things up, that will make someone think even harder than anything else. You look at it as an academic exercise, but sometimes I'm looking at it in a different perspective at this point. I'm looking at real life applications. I'm looking at real world applications. I've been out there for a while. I come back in, trying to learn the academia, trying to compare it, the real world, to the academia and vice versa, and having a fight with it all the time. Because sometimes I think the academia needs to learn more about reality checks. You go into Political Science 101 and you learn the art and the science of what human interaction with each other is when it comes down for governance. And then you see the after effects in different classes regarding political science and how interactions with human beings on a global scale is. You talk about the art of lying? Hello. You talk about history being changed left and right because people don't understand or don't want to know what the hell happened in their past, how too damn painful it is. They want to change it. They want to hide from it. They want to make it political. They want to make it religious and moral. They want to make it something that they don't want to deal with. Put the damn blinders on. How many layers of sunglasses can you put on your face to hide the truth? And you still can't hide the truth because it still hurts like a son of a bitch. I'm not apologizing for the language. Reasons why I keep doing the channel in the first place. The Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which is me. Which I deal with my own damn emotional issues and my own mental health situations. However, I also deal with real world applications of what's happening out there and how it's being applied towards me and how I'm applying towards it. my own viewpoints, my own ideas, my own thoughts patterns about this one. And this also includes the damn essay I'm working with, which is the truth about lying. So if I'm going to be putting up my own version over there, not the author's, I'm like, I needed a reinterpretation. Mark me down, but at least I did the damn assignment. And what I did was not trying to cover up, was putting different ideas and different examples that I've come across, that I came across in my own lifetime. I can still ask the questions. You want to be cash register honest about the damn thing, or you want me to do the assignment? But how am I supposed to do the assignment if I can't be truthful and honest about the damn thing? The moral thing about this one, isn't it? Yeah. I'll send the videos over to her. We'll see if she digs or not. In the meantime, I still got that graphic essay to finalize. But I also got to finalize it over here today. Sunday's going to be math day because I got to study up and finish up a homework assignment for that one. Because this coming week, or actually, yeah, this coming week is going to be a test week coming up for math. Math for liberal arts. Oh, goody. I'm going to get a bucket of ice water and just wake up from that one.